This is my quick take on the mountain, on the ski resort, on women's versus female versus male adaptations to sports and training. And men should do this, women should do this. Female athletes need to do this differently than men. And I'd say to a certain extent, I think that data is really relevant. There's a lot of new stuff out there, and I think it's quite intriguing. However, as a clinician, as a doctor of physical therapy, and someone who's studied this stuff extensively, I always tell my patients and my clients, listen to your gut. Number one, I'm a doctor of physical therapy, but you are the patient. You know your body, and I think we need to get back to that space where we start to listen to ourselves. The gut-brain connection is real. That's why we say listen to your gut, because that is real. And I think we've kind of strayed from this notion of, actually going with the bio-individuality of each person is different. So even within the female spectrum of female physiology, there's huge differences in terms of what one female athlete or one perimenopausal, one menopausal athlete could tolerate versus another. Someone else's journey is going to be quite different than mine, right? Based on just my background, my genetics, not just because I'm a male versus a female, or even just because we're all females, we can't get all lumped together in the same category. So I would highly suggest people, think about that as, going back to this idea of your listening to your gut. Right. So I would never be so arrogant as a clinician to tell my patient to do something just based on what the data says. I always ask them, you have to listen to your body first and see if this feels right for you. It doesn't matter who I am, doesn't matter what other doctor. And I tell this to my patients all the time. I don't care what the other person told you, even if they have an MD behind their name. You need to listen and feel what's best for you, and then also look at the data and then combine the two and make an informed decision for what's best.